Okay, September 29th. September 29th, 1789, George Washington appoints Thomas Jefferson to be Secretary of State. This is interesting because Jefferson and Washington were of different parties. They didn't really have parties then, but they certainly had different views of government and the role of government. And so that caused a lot of tension in the cabinet. In particular, Alexander Hamilton, the Secretary of the Treasury, and Thomas Jefferson really disagreed on how to handle fiscal policy. In particular, the federal government assuming the debts of the states due to the Revolution. So Thomas Jefferson eventually left the cabinet, and he and Washington never spoke again. So the Secretary of State's office is an interesting one because from Jefferson through Martin Van Buren, 5 out of 6 presidents were secretaries of state before they were president. Andrew Jackson's the only one in there that wasn't Secretary of State. So it was kind of seen as a position of elevation to go from Secretary of State to the presidency. We had one more Secretary of State, James Buchanan, in 1856. That was president, an unsuccessful president. But so he was the last Secretary of State to become president. So again, 1789, Thomas Jefferson becomes our first Secretary of State. And then I actually think that James Buchanan was the last cabinet member to serve as president. I'd have to go look that up. But at any rate, I know he's the last Secretary of State to become president. So when Hillary Clinton was running in 2016, that came up several times. That Secretary of State hadn't been president since 1856. So that's what I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow.